Hi, and welcome Family Communication Summer students. I hope you're looking forward to 8 great, very quick weeks where we're going to talk about your family and yourself, and you're going to learn a lot about communication in general, but a lot of aspects in your life as well. So I just wanted to do this quick video to welcome you. And go over some things that might be a little bit confusing or have been some, confusing for students in the past. So my goal here is to make your life as easy as possible. I don't do pop quizzes or anything that's not on the syllabus. The syllabus lays out the class, and I do not stray from that because I know you're busy and it's not fair for you not to know exactly what's going on. So I'm just going to go over some basic stuff. The most important thing to know is everything is due by midnight on Sundays. So if you only log in a couple times during the week, that's fine. Please don't wait for your quizzes. The quizzes are timed. Don't wait like 10 minutes before because that's kind of stressful for you and things can go wrong. So as long as you're not a super procrastinator, you should be okay if you're logging in a couple times, and we'll talk about the discussion boards. So I'm Dr. Lambert South. The best way to get a hold of me is email. I am rarely in the office, and I don't even know how to check my office phone, to tell you the truth. So email me. I'll get back to you within 24 hours on a weekday, or on a weekend it'll be about 36 hours. But usually I'm checking my email pretty often, just in case there's issues with your quiz and getting assignments in, etc. You can also text me. My number is 859-816-5216. That's on the contact information as well. If you do text me, I'm teaching a couple of classes this summer, so just tell me which class you're from. Eventually I'll figure it out. But these classes go pretty quick, so just a helpful hint so I don't have to look you up. So usually that's for emergencies, but I'll text you back if something goes on with your quiz or something like that. So as far as that goes, hopefully you've kind of looked around a little bit. The book's there. It's the 9th edition of the Family Communication book. Let's see what else. Schedule's there. Syllabus is there. So make sure you look over everything. Like I said, the schedule does not change. By the way, if you hear random noises, I have 4 dogs, and they're nuts. So one's chewing on my feet right now. So that's why I'm being weird and fidgeting a lot. So, just really quickly, as far as the delivery goes, it's, basic Blackboard. We're not going to do anything too crazy. We're going to deal with discussion posts, quizzes, assignments, nothing really nuts. As far as kind of the class, it's at 720 points. So if you miss something, it's not a huge deal. Obviously, you don't want to miss things on a regular basis. But I purposely have a lot of points just in case kind of something goes wrong. The assignments are there. If you don't turn them in on time, each day is a 50% deduction. So make sure you get those in on time. Like I said, I give you the whole week to get everything done. Quizzes, they're going to be timed. So essentially what I want you to do, because part of me assessing you and part of this class is seeing how you comprehend and retain information. So I do not post PowerPoints because I want you to read the chapters. I want you to outline the chapters. It is a lost art to outline. And I want you to focus on as much as you can. So the key to this is outlining the chapters, and then obviously I can't control you having an open book. I can only control the time. So if you know most of the information, you should be able to get through it pretty quickly, and then you can go back and check things if you need to. So people who do that do really well in the class. People who don't, who just try to crack open the book, answer the questions, they don't do that well, and they tend to run out of time. So kind of the same thing for the exams as well. Keep those notes. Go back to your outlines. I tend to use, questions that I've used before. You'll start to get a feel for the types of questions that I ask, so pay attention to that. You also have a journal where you're reflecting on the readings with your personal kind of family story. So what strikes you? How does it relate to you, etc. So you're going to be doing these journals every week, right? According to or about the readings that we're doing. So this is your chance to really be like, this just doesn't really ring true for me. My family's not like this, or oh gosh, like this term or this theory really helps me understand what my family's like and what my family's doing. At the end of that, you're going to do an analysis of those journal entries. So overall themes, etc. So it's important to keep up on your journals. You should be doing it every week. So try not to get behind. Obviously, it's online, so it's timestamped. So I know if you've just done it all at the end, and that's not really what I'm looking for. So I really want you to be thinking about it throughout the class. The other part is the discussion post where you're going to answer questions from me, but you can also post your own questions and interacting with your peers about the questions I post or your own questions. Very important. This is usually the most common question that everybody has is like, oh, how are those graded? What exactly are you looking for, etc. So the rubric, or fancy word for how am I going to grade it, for the discussion post is in the syllabus. So it tells you exactly how many posts you need to do and also kind of the detail of the post. You can also, responding to someone else is counts as a post. Posting as your question, as a your own question, counts as a post. Even though just don't do all questions because that's kind of an easy way out. And then responding to my question counts. So any of those things count. Obviously, I want to see interaction. But you can just answer my questions if you want to. Hopefully, and in my past classes, we've developed a pretty great community where you can bounce ideas off each other and really reflect and react to the readings that we have. So that's the discussion posts. You do have to do those weekly. You cannot catch up on them. So you have to log in and do the discussion posts for the week that we're on. I ask that you don't work ahead, not because I want to punish like super overachievers, but because it's an interaction and I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. You need to be on the week that we're on. So, if there's extenuating circumstances or you have something really big planned, please just email, let me know. I do understand. In fact, the last 2 weeks of this class, my husband and I are going to be hiking through the Swiss Alps. So I'll be teaching this class the last 2 weeks, hiking in Europe. So I get it. I know your summers are busy. So hopefully, but if you think that everything's going to have to be at a different time or et cetera, it might not be the best time for you to take the class. But if it's a one-off, then it's not that big of a deal. Other things, obviously, if you have disabilities, please forward me your paperwork for disability services. Common things include extended time on the quizzes, etc. So, or if you kind of have some disabilities as well, as far as being able to read the stuff on Blackboard, then let me know. I'll be happy to work with you on those. Plagiarism, it's always in the syllabus, but really it's hard to plagiarize in this class because it's your family. So unless you're going to totally co-opt someone else's family, this is probably not going to happen. But make sure you're citing things appropriately, quoting things from the book. It's not that hard to put a quote around something. So you guys, this is upper level class, so you guys know this stuff. Also withdrawals, make sure you pay attention to when that withdrawal date. Obviously, it's a fast class. It's only 8 weeks, so it's gonna come up really quickly. So the schedule tells you exactly when things are due, what chapters we're on, the quizzes. I will always give you an update of because we have our normal weeks where we have a quiz and discussion post, but there's also assignments in there, or we have an exam. So always, a couple weeks in advance or a week in advance, I'll remind you oh, this is an assignment week. It's just not your regular discussion post quiz week. So as I said, it goes really, really quickly. I know that you will enjoy it. My first family comm class, that's why I went into, this is my specialty. This is why I went into it, because it changed my life and it changed the way that I saw family and saw how I did family and how I can react to family. And as we'll talk about, we can't change others. We can only change our own communication and how we react to other people. So I'm looking forward to it. I know that it's going to be tough, but we're going to have a really good time. So with that, please email me if you have any questions or text, whichever you need. So with that, I will see you on the boards. Bye.